All right. Thank you everyone for coming in today. So what we're going to have today's training is all about compensation plan, and we've got Alan Saparowicz here who will be conducting the training today. Alan is very well versed with compensation plan, and he will take through all the details that you need to know about compensation plan. Take over, Alan.
Perfect. Thank you, Vijay. So, welcome everybody. Thank you for coming to the first of 6 trainings. So, as Vijay said, tonight we're going to cover the compensation plan. We are not going to cover every single bit because it gets too overwhelming, but we are going to cover the basics of the plan. We're going to cover a little bit about some real figures with the Qualtrics that's coming, and also I'm going to cover an extra bonus that I haven't spoken about before that's a little bit more advanced, but we've had a few questions come in, so I'll explain it as we go along. So let's get started. I'll share my screen, so bear with me. Okay. All right. Perfect. All right, let's get going. So the India plan is compensation plan B. It's a simpler plan. There are two plans in this market, and today we're going to talk about plan B. So the first thing you do. Now, this is where we've got to get a little bit more serious now when it comes to setting up your accounts, because a lot of you have been joining under the Hong Kong um, market. And now, once everybody gets moved over, you need to start thinking about doing your first steps and activating your accounts if you haven't done so already. So, the first step to activate your account, it's done by point value. So, every product that we have has a money value, like what you buy and sell, and it also has a product value associated to it. So your business level to achieve that is under point value. Now there's 4 different levels you can come in with Partnerco. Obviously, higher the level, the more benefits and rewards. But what we want to aim for is the ultimate level. The ultimate level unlocks the whole compensation plan for you. So all the bonuses, the highest percentages, the highest pays, and that's for the life of your account. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. To activate, we're going to talk about the Qualtrics. The Qualtrics is 20 PV. So your basic activation is 5 bottles of Qualtrics, and that'll give you 100 PV and you're activated. All right, that's your basic level. You can start earning commissions. For Ultimate, for the 800, you're going to be aiming at 40 bottles. Okay, now there's 3 ways you can do this. First way, you may want to do this yourself. So you may want to invest your own money. You can buy that, you unlock the compensation plan, sell the bottles to your customers and get your money back and make a profit. That's number one. Number two, you may get your orders in first. So you might go out there, get your orders prepared, speak to people, and then get your orders come in at once. So you're not using your money, using other people's money to do this. Or the third way is a combination of both. It's up to you. So the main things we want, why we want the ultimate, is number one, we want the best new volume bonus. So the highest you get paid new volume bonus is 30%. And this is on top of your retail sales, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And you also want gold status. All right, gold status I don't normally cover. I want to cover this tonight because this is actually one of your highest paying bonuses once you start building your business. I'm going to show you why. So if you get ultimate, you unlock all that and that is all yours. Now, one of the requirements for this compensation plan is that every month to stay active, and that's be commissionable, so you get your commissions each week, is you've got to do 100 points every 4 weeks. Okay. Now, again, you can do that and buy the products yourself if you want to and keep them or sell them, or you can do it with a customer order. So again, you don't have to use your money to do this. You can run your business with customer orders and no investment if you wanted to. Now, our qualification period for the compensation plan is weekly. So we get paid every single Friday. So our period starts from 12 in the morning on Saturday and finishes at 11:59 on the Friday. And whatever work we do this week gets paid the following week. So this week we work, what's today? Monday. So on Friday it's going to finish, but I'll get paid for this week's work the following Friday and it's paid every week on time. So with our compensation plan, there's 8 ways you can get paid. So the first column or phase 1 of the business is what we call your upfront income. So you've joined, you've started. The first thing what's going to happen is you're going to have products moving through your business. You're going to be selling to customers, friends and family, depends who it is. So with that, there are two ways you can make money for your upfront income. One is your retail profit. So that's what you're buying and selling. So you get 30% on that. And also stackable, so stacks on top is your new volume bonus. So it starts at 15%, but if you're ultimate, you're going to get the highest of 30%. Then we have our second column. This is your residual or passive income. So now you started building your business, you've started to bring brand partners in, those brand partners have started producing volume, so you've got now points running through your business. You get paid on that volume or the points coming through your business, and we call that base commissions, and that is 15%. Then on column three, this is phase three or your bonus income. So as your business matures and you start hitting titles and different areas of the business, you're going to start getting paid bonuses. So there's 5 bonuses there. You have a savings bonus, income position bonus, pay line bonus, matching bonus, and the lifestyle rewards. So what we're going to cover today is your savings bonus, your matching bonus, which is also called gold status, which I mentioned earlier, and we're going to cover your lifestyle rewards, which is like hidden money for you. So let's look at the first column. So retail profits, so sharing the products you love, and new volume bonus. All right. So if you have a look here, retail profit, you sell your products, favorite products, and earn up to 30% in retail profit. So next month, we are going to release Qualtrics. That's going to be our first product. So that product is going to sell for $4,999. Your buy price is going to be $3,499. And for every bottle you sell, you're going to make a retail profit of 1,500 rupee. That's not all. That is only on the money side of it. You're also going to be earning a new volume bonus. Now, where retail profit is earned on the money side, new volume bonus is earned on the points side. So with Qualtrics, even though it has a money value, you're going to make 1,500 profit, it also has a 20 PV point value. So if you look at the ultimate, which we're all trying to achieve at 30%, 20 points or PV times 30% is 6, but PV is always calculated in USD. All right, so it'll be 6 USD new volume bonus. So that's 570 rupee. So for every bottle you sell, you're going to earn 1,500 plus you earn the 570, giving you a profit of 2,070 on every bottle. So that's about a 41 to 41.5% profit, okay, on every bottle. So if you imagine, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I've been told is on a basic average seller is what, 25,000, I think, Vijay, if I'm correct. Roughly 25,000, give or take, is an average salary. So if you imagine if you're earning 2,000 profit per bottle, you could sell 12 or 13 bottles in a month. So it's 3 a week, for example, and you got a month's worth of salary, right? And it's not even the rest of the compensation plan. This is just selling Qualtrics on its own, all right? And it gets even better. So moving on, let's talk about base commission. So this is your middle column. So you're selling the products, what customers are buying, but now you're starting to build your team. Brand partners are coming in, they're going to work with you. And this is what we've been talking about. They're building the structure and stuff before we open. So you come into your business. We teach you to build 2 business lines, and you bring your 2 brand partners in, and they're going to start bringing their brand partners in as well. With this compensation plan, you can build as deep as you want, unlimited, and you can build as wide as you want, unlimited. You do have both options on that. So when you come in and you get your position, you start building your first line. You've got 4 brand partners here doing 500 points per week. So this is all weekly, remember? 500 per week gives you 2,000 PV for the week. Line number 2, a little bit quieter. There's only 2 brand partners working. They're doing 500 PV each. So it gives you 1,000 PV for the week. So in this compensation plan, whatever business line has the most volume for the week is called a power line. Whatever line has the lesser volume for the week is called a pay line. So when it comes to earning base commission, which is the volume into the business or the points that your business earns, you get paid on the pay line only, and you get 15%. So let's leave this 2000 aside for the moment and let's have a look at the pay line. You can make as many pay lines as you want. All right. So you don't have to have one, you have many as you want, but this is a brand new business. So we only have one for the example. So if you look at 1,000 points, 1,000 PV, 15% of that is 150. Now remember, PV is paid on US dollar. So it's 150 US dollars. And then that gets converted approximately to 13,963 in this example. Now, what happens to the power line? Now, with those points, because you didn't get paid on that in the base commission side, those 2,000 points in your power line, you take away or subtract the 1,000 points that you got paid for your pay line, and you're left with 1,000 points. Those 1,000 points are called carryover volume. So what that means is that in line number one, when your new week starts, you are already going to have 1,000 points in there to start the week off. So you don't lose those points. But the pay line, because you got paid on that, that will start from zero. Now, I want you to know that in this example, the power line was number one and pay line was number two, but it can change. All right. It doesn't have to be this way. Power line could be number two. It just depends who has the most volume or what line has the most volume for that week. So when you join the business, what you have is you have an income position. All right. That's what it's called, an income position. So you started to bring people in, you're producing volume, your team is producing volume. The maximum that you can earn for a pay leg is 2,000 USD or 1.82 lakhs. All right, that's the maximum you can earn. And that happens when pay line when line one and line two both get to 13,334 PV. That is because 13,334 times 15% is exactly 2,000. So what that does is the pay line is capped at 2000 USD, but your business is not capped. Remember, it's infinite. You can build as deep as you want or as wide as you want. What the idea is you want to finish and complete this income position. And by doing that, you get to 13,334 on line one, and you do the same thing on line two. And we call that optimization. Now, what happens here is, like I said, it doesn't stop. What Partnerco give you is they give you another income position and you can put your back into the business. All right. So this is called a re-entry. So think of it like a franchise. So you've got a McDonald's business, you've put the staff in, you've put all the cooking facilities, everything's in place, you've got customers coming and you're making money and that shop is finished. The McDonald's store is finished, you're making money. So what do you want to do next? You want to build another McDonald's store, right? So McDonald's gives you another suburb, another area you can build another store. Partnerco does the same. You complete income position one, Partnerco will let you put yourself back into the business, right? This is unheard of. This is brilliant. And you can make as many income positions as you want to and keep put yourself in there. Now, you may choose to do a third line and go wide, but we recommend to build deep and have multiple income positions, all right? And we'll do that more in advanced training once we all open up. Now, some of the bonuses I want to cover. First one's your savings bonus. So this is like a loyalty bonus that the company gives you. So remember when you're earning base commissions for all the volume that's coming into your business, once you earn $250 USD or more in the 1 week, Partnerco is going to give you an extra 15% and they're going to put it in a savings account for you, similar to like a Providence fund you have in India. So as an example, you've got here a $2,000 check. 15% of that is $300. You are going to get paid your 2,000. That 300 is going to be put into your savings account. And every week that'll be calculated. And you can see that when you do your dashboard training later on the week, you'll see where that is and how you can watch that grow. And then what happens once you get to 10,000 USD, which is about just over 9 lakhs, you get that in one big sum. That is all yours. So you can do whatever you want to it. Buy a car, buy something, go on holiday. That is yours. That's your reward for being loyal to Partnerco. Once you get that big sum, you can still earn up to 500 a week or 45,500 rupee per week as a savings bonus. And you get that paid once every month. So you still keep getting that savings bonus. It just doesn't get held anymore. You can have it each month. All right, matching bonus. This is the gold status I was talking about with Ultimate. Very important. Now, I don't normally do this in the simple training, but I want you to understand this because remember when you're doing your base commissions and I said your volume in your business, you only get paid on your pay line. You don't get paid on your power line. Well, you do make money on your power line, but it's from the matching bonus because your base commission is paid on the points in your business. Your matching bonus is paid on the income of your brand partners. So the more you look after your brand partners, the more you help them be successful, the bigger the checks they have, the more they get paid commission, the more commission you will make from their commission. This is why this is the biggest bonus. When you get ultimate, you're going to get gold status for life for the first 3 generations. That gets unlocked for you straight away. Each generation 4 to 7, as your business grows, you will open up and get more levels. Do not worry about the extra levels. That will naturally happen as you're building your business. It pays on the power and the pay line because when you enroll someone, that is your person. Doesn't matter where you put them in the business, they are your person. You will get paid matching bonus on that. And it is not 7 levels, but 7 generations. So what I mean by that is that if I signed up 10 people, right, and I had 10 people, 10 brand partners in India, and I enrolled all 10 of them, but I placed them one under each other, all right? So I got 10 levels. But because I enrolled them myself, each person is a first generation, all right? The second generation does not start until my person signs up a brand partner. Once they sign up a brand partner, then it unlocks the next generation. So, for example, if I have a child, let's do it like a family. If I have a child, my son or daughter will be my first generation, right? I can have 10 children, they're all my first generation. Until they have a child and I get a grandchild, then the second generation starts. And just like in this business, your first level, you get 15%. Sorry, first generation get 15%, second generation 10%, and all the remainder 5%. So let's have a look how this works. So you've come in, you brought 3 brand partners yourself. That's generation 1. These 3 brand partners have bought 2 people each. So now you've got 6 people, all right? That's generation 2. And those 6 people have bought 2 each again. So you've got 8 people that this generation 2 brought in. Now it's generation 3. So if you have a look at generation 1, these 3 people, they made, in commissions, they made 4.52 lakhs for that week. You are going to get 15%. So you're going to get 67,800 rupee percentage from what they earn. Generation 2, those 6 people, they did 2.72 lakhs. You're going to get 10% of that. So you're going to get 27,000 rupee and so forth. Generation 3. And you understand? Can you follow me? So whatever they earn, you're earning 15% of what they earn, 10%, 5%, all the way down. All right. This is why it's going to be your biggest bonus and why you need to look after your team and help them be successful. There is no limit to the amount of matching bonus you can earn because the more your brand partners earn, the more commission. There's no cap. All right. The bigger their checks, the bigger the check you're going to have. And also, matching bonus is paid with dynamic compression. So what that means is, say, for example, this person here in generation 2 doesn't work this week. All right. Being lazy, gone on holiday, they don't work. If their points are 0, generation 3 is going to get pushed up to generation 2. So where you only get 5% before, now you're going to get 10%. So if someone doesn't work or someone's left or whatever, all the points push up to you. All right. That's called compression. All right. Now, last thing I want to cover is your lifestyle rewards. This is hidden money for you that people don't know about. When you build a business with Partnerco, I told you how you get rewarded for the savings bonus. You also get rewarded in credits for building your business. So when you bring a customer in, when you bring a brand partner in, when you grow your pay line, when you get a new title, maintain your title, you are given credits and they are travel credits or as good as money. So, for example, 2 months ago, my wife Natalie and myself, we went to Bintan Island in Indonesia, which was our experience holiday for Partnerco for the Australian market. We used our credits to buy 2 plane tickets, so we flew there and back for free. And actually, one way we flew to India using the same credits. And we also used the credits to pay for accommodation. So holiday was free. Another example, last year, we went to the Japan PXV. You saw Terra's in Japan. Last year, we went to the big show in Japan. Me and Ellie both used our credits to pay for our flights. So we flew to Japan and back home, 2 of us, for free. So it's hidden money. Those credits are travel dollars that you can use towards your escape that's going to be next year, to any of the events, and that's real money for you to use. So look after your credits. All right, a couple of things we want to cover. Even though India is opening, we've got 51 countries we operate in. There is nothing stopping you from operating in any country that Partnerco are opening. All right, so you've got networks, friends, family, they are there to be used if you have them. The company itself is debt-free. There's no stocks, there's no borrowings. It's a 400 million plus company and growing. You are in 100% safe hands with this company. It's a 100-year legacy company, is not going anywhere. And it's the highest paid to brand partner. So you can see, so you probably recognize some of these different companies here. I'm not going to mention the companies, but what I want you to see is who's number one. So Partnerco are a true partnership. They pay 51% commission, all right, out of the whole pool of money. And this is why they've been voted number one 3 years in a row. And I'm not surprised going to be 4 when they do the next one. It's definitely a fair system, that it's a great compensation plan that if you're a beginner and first coming in, you can make good money. If you're someone that's starting to build a team and you're in that growth stage, you can make good money with the bonuses as well. So there's many bonuses they still don't talk about. And if you're an advanced builder, you've been around for a while and your business is growing, you can still make good money. There's no advantage to the beginner, middle, or the top. Everybody has a good chance to do that. And that's why it's one of the best plans out there. So that's my presentation. So if there's any questions or anything in the chat, I couldn't see the chat, we can go through them now, Vijay, if you like.
Yep, thanks. Thank you very much, Alan. That's very thorough. Let's look at questions here. How do you earn credits?
Credits you earn just by operating your business. So if you bring a new customer into Partnerco give you credits. If you sign up a brand new partner, as soon as they start buying, you get credits. You know how I was saying you get your base commission, you pay 15% base commission when your business is earning volume. Well, when your actual pay line is growing, you get credits. When you get a title, you're a manager or CEO, whatever the title is, you get credits. If you maintain that title each week, you get credits. Every activity that you do in your business, you will get credits.
And I think the biggest credit comes from building your pay line.
Yes.
Alan, what happens if Ultimate, you said it's 40 products, right?
Sorry, what was that? Two people talking. I couldn't hear, Sonia. What was that?
Yeah, you said the Ultimate category is 40 products being sold.
As an example,
is that within a week's time, starting Saturday right up to Friday?
No. So how the business levels work is when you join, that's one thing, actually glad you asked that. It's one thing I didn't cover. I'll do that now. So when anybody joins Partnerco, they are given 4 Fridays. So you know how we operate Saturday to Friday. You're given 4 Fridays to achieve your business level. Now,
Right.
as a foundation member, because we joined early in Hong Kong, there was no business in India, so we couldn't operate. So there's going to be an opportunity to get your ultimate once we move all the accounts into India. But once
Right.
it's live and India's running and officially open, anybody you bring in the business has 4 weeks to achieve their business title, unless they achieve ultimate before. So someone could achieve ultimate the first week, and then what happens? Actually, let me back. I missed a bit. Apologize. I missed a bit. When you have your first 4 weeks to achieve your business level, you do not get paid a new volume bonus. All right, because you are qualifying for that new volume bonus, because Partnerco don't know what business level you're at yet. All right, unless you're ultimate. If you're ultimate and you do that in the first week, you will immediately, you don't have to wait 4 weeks, you will immediately start getting your 30% new volume bonus. All right, and you'll unlock your whole compensation plan. So if you want the new volume bonus sooner, you go to ultimate. If you can't do that, You just work and do the best you can, and you're given 4 weeks to do that. Once those 4 weeks are up, you are on that title. So you may be activated. So you did 100 points and you are now activated. You are still going to get 15% new volume bonus. You're just not going to get some of the other bonuses yet. But Partnerco do promotions, and we had one in Australia. I think it's still going now, or it's finished, where you can upgrade to Ultimate. So if you didn't do it the first time, don't be lazy. Keep working the business, get everything going, because when that promo's there, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do it sooner than later in India to help people, be prepared for it. Right? Now, the
Right.
other thing is, because if you sign up a brand new brand partner, and that brand partner is now in their first 4 weeks trying to get their business level, they don't get the new volume bonus for their qualifying, but Sunil, you get the new volume bonus. Whatever your new brand partner buys in that first 4 weeks, or they get to ultimate, that's yours, right? You get paid the percentage of whatever your business level is. So if you're an ultimate and you bring a new person in and they're going for their ultimate, every time they buy, you get 30% new volume bonus on that. So you get that as well as customer sales. So that is both. So I didn't cover that. So yeah, you do get new volume bonus in the first 4 weeks on a brand new brand partner as well.
Right. So Alan, say if a hypothetical situation where I manage in 4 weeks, 4 Fridays to sell maybe 36, 38,